Hey guys, it's Kandi with Kandi's Creations. Today we are going to make this butterfly spring basket. I saw this basket in Michael's and I was like, ooh, I would love to make something out of this. It has a handle on it. You can put this in a grapevine and build around it if you want to, but I'm just going to let it stand alone. It does have, I just cut 2 pieces of foam, and I did make sure that once I stuffed my foam in here, I was able to poke through here, because my thought process, you can just build out the top if you want to, but I want it kind of gushing from the bottom and around the top. Y'all know me, more is more and more is better. So that's just was my thought process. I already snipped this one, and I'm going to use this as a whole bush, and I'm going to snip it as close as I can without it falling apart like this. And I'm going to just go, I already kind of have a hole here, and I'm going to dab some glue on this and stuff this right here. And we're going to start this as our, we're going to just start greening it up. So we'll start this as a foundation. Go ahead and get another one. And I'm going to go ahead, these cut off in 3s. So I'm going to go ahead and just take off my tag. And then I'm going to snip here, snip here. Snip, I always say snip a little bit longer rather than shorter, just like you cut your ribbons, because you can't put it back. So this is the longest piece. That was that piece at the top. I'm going to go ahead and just go straight to the top with this. And just kind of start spacing all of this out. I'm going to do this one to the side. I want it just, I want this ivy coming out everywhere. I want spillage of the ivy. See, I kind of like bend it down a little bit. We're going to do this side. And I do want to, and I like it coming over the front. You see that too? Already some really good coverage. I like that. I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to cut it up, and since this piece is coming whole, I'm going to do some pieces on the side of this as well. I'm just going to go, make sure it goes in that foam. I'm going to go a little bit lower, because you know, I like all the droopage and the spillage of all the greens, and we're going to go in this side over here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go in. I'm going to do a whole bush. Look how much this fills this up already. I love this bush. It's so gorgeous. The way that it kind of sprays out like that, like you just use one and it gives coverage on the sides and everything. The one at the top, I am going to cut up and sprinkle this one out. It's all really clean cut. So clean cut there, clean cut here, clean cut here. So we got like 4 of these. And I'm going to leave this one kind of a little bit longer. The one that we kept long, I'm going to go straight to the top with that one. We're just going to sprinkle these pieces, and just as you cut up your bushes, kind of see what you're working with. So like this one does not have any flowers on it. These 2 do have flowers on them. So I'm going to go ahead and go on each side with that to kind of proportion out those flowers. I kind of just bend them a little bit just to make them look like they're just drooping, spillage. And then I'm going to do this one. It does not have any, and I'm going to bend it. It's going to come over the front. some still going up, some kind of spillage over. And I'm gonna let this come over the front of the basket. Look at that already. I love that. All right, so this one we're going to cut up and sprinkle around. We're putting in all the flirties. All right, we're going to position this one right here. And I know that I have this to use for anchorage. I have this piece of floral wire. We're going to go ahead and just put it through here. And I'm going to just cut it a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to thread it through the basket. All right, I got my other piece of wire, so we're going to just get it to go through here. And I'm going to wire this to the basket with that hook. These are from the Hobby Lobby, and we're going to go ahead and start positioning those. So I started with just 4. This one's got some good height to it. I'm going to go over here. I want one to be really tall behind this butterfly. I wanted it to peek up there. We got that one there. So I'm going through the basket to nestle right here in front of this. Butterfly. So now we got to bring some florals down to the bottom, and we're just going to proportion some of these flowers out here. I think I'm just going to do 2 bigger flowers right now. We still got some other of these bigger flowers. I like these flowers because they have some that have like little babies on them. I love that's 2. So I'm going to cut this one really long. And I'm going to have it coming this way, like spilling long, a little bit longer. And then I want to put these pops of white in there. I love these. These are from Jennifer with Jam Designs. This just screams spring to me. So I'm going to cut these really long. I'm going to leave this one on the stick high so I can give it some height. I want this to come high like this. So I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm going to push it down in there. We'll see if it needs to be trimmed. I like it coming that high. I like it that height up there. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. And so I'm going to have one come in there. I'm going to go ahead and make one coming down here. I'm going to have to come low, let this one kind of have some flowage going this way. Literally at the very, very bottom of this basket. All right, so we got 1 more, or 2 more. I definitely need something to come over here, pop of white over here. And then we got 1 more. So we got 1 there, there. We got 2 over here. I'm almost thinking like right here somewhere. I'm going to cut this short. and have this one coming right here. That just looks good in proportion to me. I'm gonna go through the basket. So I love that so far. I really, really love this as well for spring. This reminded me of like the spring basket vibe. Just trim it a little bit more. And I'm gonna go right in the middle, kind of right here. See all this green right here? We need to brighten this up right here. Okay, I love that. Oh my goodness, doesn't it look like they're already just like all in their garden? So we'll just do this one here. And I'm gonna do this one coming high in the back over here. Was it popping? Oh my gosh, I love that. That is so pretty. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, just is so pretty. I think it definitely needs some more filler. So I'm going to cut this up or just pull this apart. And I think I'm just going to sprinkle this one piece in there. This basket's already getting so stuffed. I like this too. It gives me like all the spring fairy butterfly vibes. So I'm going to go high in the back with this one, behind this piece. Kind of in between that pink filler bush we just put in there and then the ivy we put in there to begin with. Just kind of mixing it in there. Oh, I love that. Yeah, that did help a lot. To give it a little bit more filler and a pop of color. But I think we could get away with just using one. So, just trim this flush. And we'll have one coming. We'll do one on each side. We only have 3 pieces. I don't want to use a whole nother piece. So I'm going to proportion out one on each side over here. So, and what I'm going to do also is I'm going to kind of put them in at different heights. So I did this one a little bit lower. I'm going to offset the heights of them. So I have this one coming low. I'm going to go high with this one. So we're going to go on the side, but we're going to go higher. I'm just going to sprinkle in a little bit. So this we're going to leave long. I think we definitely need some flowing from the bottom. Ooh, I love that pop of blue there. So I think I'm just going to put 2 coming from the bottom down here. And then do one coming up here. And then, so I just did 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom of the blue. Do you see how I pulled out all the colors of what, this is how I chose my greeneries and my florals, was based off of the colors of these butterflies. All right, and then I'm just gonna cut some of these. I love that they're pushers. And I'm going to work more of like where I can see them right here. With the pop of a little extra something, something. Just leave that stem really long. We're going to go on the side over here with this one. And we'll pop some some of these up here. I want to leave one really long. Just try to give it some height. The pop of this in the back. Like here. Peeking out between those. I might go ahead and just use, I will use a whole one of these. Have one coming a little higher in the back, and then one, push it all the way down, and have it kind of, I want some popping on this side, and I want some popping on, I'll kind of bend this down, go in the front. I got one more. We'll just do it flowing from the front right here. Let's see if we're going to work in some of these butterflies that I have, some additional butterflies. I'm just going to make a loop and make a loop. Just cut it long. Secure this with a zip tie. And then I'm going to trim this short. That's a pretty dainty bow. Pull. That was longer than that one, so I just kind of pull it to adjust it. That's how I do mine. Let's see where we want this to go. Oh, I think right here, my eye already tells me I want to zip tie this right here. I love that. And I'm going to zip this right here, through here, my zip tie. And I'm just going to zip tie this to the basket right here. I'm just threading it through. And then we're going to just secure it. Trim it off. Make sure it's super tight first. Right, these tails still flirty. I'm going to trim this a little bit. All right, let's test out some of these butterflies real quick. And I immediately thought about this green one because the green on here, these came from Jennifer. And they have little sticks on them. So I'm just going to put some glue on this. And I'm literally going to just glue it to some of this greenery. Love that. I love this pink one coming this way. Just dabbing some glue on this little stick, and I'm just going up in the greenery. Ooh, I love that one. I love this one. So I'm going to make a pick out of this because I want it to come high. I need to put it on a kebab skewer. Like this. We're going to just let it dry and we're going to make a pick out of it. We're going in. I'm leaving. I didn't even trim this. I just wanted to give it some really good height. Just see how we can just see this cover of our mechanics. I'm just going to take these few pins and all right, I hope this inspires you, and thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. See you later.